Waking up with Wildy on Power 100.
Joining me on the show this morning is Michelle Hobson. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. Getting over all this rain. You were just chatting to me off air. You've got 3 kids, and of course, young kids love to play in the rain.
They sure do.
Michelle, the reason we're having a chat this morning is because over 179,000 Aussies are living with inflammatory bowel disease, or IBD. It's pretty common, I've got to say. I suffer from it myself, so I know your pain, but you suffered for something like 9 years before you were actually diagnosed with IBD.
It was, look, I get confused with my actual timeline because it is such a blur, and as you know, brain fog is one of those main symptoms. It was back in 2016 when I first started experiencing some pretty uncomfortable symptoms that sort of prompted me to question what was actually going on with my body. So it's been a long time dealing with it, that's for sure.
So run us through quickly what IBD is and how it affects, the body.
Sure. So IBD is an umbrella term for Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. I myself have ulcerative colitis. It's a chronic, lifelong condition that currently has no cure. It's not just gut-related, and I think that's something I really like to share. It's systematic inflammation, so that can show up in your joints, in your eyesight, blurry eyes, lymph nodes that can swell, and then, of course, the digestive tract where you have not just irritable bowel syndrome, it's inflammation that causes actual damage to the point where some people actually have to have the organ removed to help their symptoms improve.
Now, Michelle, you've become a IBD advocate. You're a speaker on the subject as well, and an author. You released your book, The Ultimate IBD Handbook, Your Guide to Thriving, Not Just Surviving. If someone's listening this morning and they're living with IBD, how can your book help them?
What I did was, in those early days of being diagnosed, not really knowing what I was looking for, what information I needed, searching around the internet, trying to get all the facts because, like in any industry, you have, evidence information and then you have opinion. And I'm someone that just likes to know the evidence. And that's what I've sort of compiled into that one spot. So the book itself is not my opinion. It's not my story. It's just all the Australian facts in the one place. And I think it's not just for diagnosed patients. It's really handy for loved ones and friends and family of a diagnosed person that can also read through and understand what they're going through. And there's a section in there that sort of speaks to those people about the condition without being a bit too graphic because I guess, as you know, it can be really confronting.
Absolutely. Now, easiest way to get your hand on a copy of the Ultimate IBD Handbook?
Well, that's going to ibdhub.com.au. I have the book available there, plus resources, with Crohn's and Colitis Australia. I facilitate their support group here in Townsville, so to register to come along to that, as well as events and things that come up with IBD Awareness Month in May.
As you just spoke about, you did launch the Townsville and Crohn's and Colitis support group in February. Now, if people would like to come along to that, is there a way they can find out more information as well on the subject there, Michelle?
Yeah, I share that on my socials, but definitely through Crohn's and Colitis Australia website. They have their registration through their support group link on their webpage, but I also share it on mine as well.
Excellent.